It's just like how we got
Well,
ambushed
whatever
up
we
at the
decide,
beginning
we
of the
should
cave.
decide now. We are losing precious time.
I say if we're gonna go for a distraction plan, we go for a double distraction. We try and awake the monster in the lake at the same time as we set the child free.
I say we take a vote. The child is a distraction. Fight. Or leave the child behind and attempt stealth first.
And go where? And do what with stealth? We've looked at both sides of the lake.
You haven't been in the town yet, though.
Exactly. Sneak into the settlement, gather information. If a fight happens, it happens far away from the child. I am in favor of unbinding this child, making sure he stays safely unconscious, and moving forward. Who is against this plan?
Larsa is against
I
the
am.
plan.
I'm against all of this.
Then what would you suggest, Emerald?
I would just put him back where he was, make it seem like he was just fell asleep, and have him go back to what he was doing.
There's quite a large bump on the back of his head. I doubt he's going to think that's just. I doubt he's just going to think that, like, that's from falling down.
Freya,
Yeah.
what say you?
From what I can tell, sneaking in and just gaining more information about this shanty town up there is probably our best option at this point. As you said, there is no other way out of this cavern. Maybe there's one farther in. Maybe there's something across the lake. Maybe there's something above. I'm not sure.
Ryven?
He's meditating right now. He can't respond.
Yeah, he's
meditating. Let's send Karma and Ryven to check out the town. We can stay here, watch over the kid. We can see what sort of forces we're up against, or what their defenses are, what we need to avoid. And then they can report back to us. What about that?
And then if anything happens,
Sounds fair.
They're out of range.
I also say that while they go, we unbind this child in case we must leave quickly.
Agreed.
Yep.
Alright, then let's do that.
So let's actually make 3 people go forward, 1 person to stay back a little bit farther, so that we can at least communicate with that person while we're in the town. Because from my understanding, we only have a range on these communicators of about a little bit less than 100 feet.
I did some research on that. It's actually a lot more than that. It's actually closer to about a mile and a half. Is how much range is.
So they got a software update.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
that was after I actually went back and looked at what it was supposed to be. So
how big is this cavern then?
it's
Find out.
from what you can gather, it's probably about 400 or 500 feet across, like width-wise.
Oh, so the communicators are more than enough then.
Yeah, and then
Know how long
depth-wise, you're not 100% sure.
Okay. All right, then yeah, let's just plan on Ryven and myself going forward and seeing what we can find out about the defenses.
If you get
Alright,
caught,
in that case,
make a lot of noise.
Okay.
yeah, won't we have the stones to... Oh, we should have one of those words. Not a safe word. We should have a word. You can alert us to your... I don't know.
Word?
The
There
danger
we
word.
go. Panic word. Danger word.
You hear Ryven's like voice just come out of the darkness as he's sitting there in a meditative position, just say the one single word, and you almost miss it, but it's so quiet in this cavern, that even a whisper, like almost an inaudible one, sounds like someone speaking very loud to you, and you just hear him say, "Taco," almost as a breath of wind going through the air.
What
Okay, we know
language is that? What does that
So we
mean?
know what Ryven's dreaming about right now. So what should our safe word be then, guys?
I like tacos.
I like tacos too, but what should our safe word be?
I don't know what this
What
taco
is a taco?
Seems like a good word to me.
Sounds
It's a
like a name.
delicious bit of cuisine from the south of Zebros.
Excellent. That sounds like something we can work into conversation have with wood captors in an underground cave.
Okay.
Let's go with Dwarven.
Wait, I thought we were going with tacos.
Nope.
You've been outvoted, LP.
Alright, tacos it is.
What are these tacos? These
Have any? They sound good.
I found, guys, I have come up with a name for our group.
This does not seem like the time to discuss this.
Completely and totally inept.
I don't like your negative attitude. Let's move forward with our plan.
Alright. Alright. So, the short rest comes to an end. Riven, Tyrion, and Riven, you finished meditating. You were able to hear most of what was going on. I mean, you were able to continue your meditation, but everything was going. But you were still able to manage to pretty much catch most of what they were saying. So Tyrion and Karma, you guys are leaving the cave. Is that what I understand?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, with the communicators having much larger range, Tyrion, you can stay here if you want.
I can. I don't. I'm going with you.
All right. So
Okay.
Tyrion.
Sounds good.
All right. So Tyrion, Karma, and Riven are all heading out of the cave. Fantastic. Okay.
Oh, and unbind the child, if the sleep spell is gonna last.
You see that Brea, while still focusing, stands up and begins undoing the child's restraints.
Thank you, Brea.
Alright.
All right. Would like all three of you to roll stealth checks.
17.
27.
What the fuck?
Roll the 19 with +8.
23.
23.
Man, I was all proud of my 7.
Okay.
Alright.
So
You don't got self out of, buddy.
Start the night.
So as the three of you drop down to the floor of this cavern, you make your way from the different stalagmites that are shooting out of the ground till you're right at the edge of the this shanty town. There's lights flicker. You still see some lights flickering, different fire sources throughout. Not as a group, but as all relatively staying within about the same sight lines of each other, you end up darting up to the edge of the shanty town, and from what you can tell, there appears to be no movement at this outer portion. Beginning to start slinking your way in there. You begin darting from tent to tent to tent, and these are tents. Like, they are like poorly constructed. They're made mostly out of like what looks like relatively tattered but still functionable cloth. Some form of like just dried wood that looks like it's almost, some of it's halfway rotting through. Some appear to be large, some appear to be a bit smaller. As you round the first corner and look into, are slowly encroaching your way in, you look into a few of the tents, and they're all completely empty. As you begin oh yeah, go for it.
Can I see if there's traces of people? Like,
Yeah.
have they recently been here, or does it look like it's been empty for a while?
Make a perception check.
Yep.
Can I roll 2?
Yeah, if you want to. You can all make them if you want to.
18.
Okay. So, as you're looking,
Actually.
good God, guys.
11
so-
plus 7.
Oh, no,
So-
that one I have good modifiers.
yeah. So as you look into the tents, you as you look into the tents, you see bowls. You see some beds with what appear to be or like some form of makeshift bedroll on the ground that appears like the covers seem to just be kind of thrown and haphazardly about. In a couple of the tents, you find bowls with like food still in them, and utensils that are like made from either like hollowed out rocks or different things along those lines. As you take a second, you touch some of the food. It is still, some of it is cold. There's some of it that appears to be warm. It seems as though this place was there were people here at one point in time. How long ago, though, you can't really tell. Can't really say. Progressing, are you still pushing forward into closer to the center of the town?
I say we keep moving forward then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Progressing forward, you make it You probably make it another good like 4 or 5 minutes in at this point, and I need all of you to roll another perception check, real quick.
Nat 20.
Ooh. I was excited because I got 16 plus 3, 19.
14.
That was the most laziest roll too, and I got a fucking nat 20 on that one.
Okay.
I'm like the bad
So-
eating a taco.
Jesus. So Ryvan, as you dart past and are darting up to the next tent or this the next kind of building, you notice about four or five tents in front of you. There's movement. You see a white-haired individual standing with his back towards you, shifting his weight at this point.
What's the night of Karma?
Karma's probably about maybe about 20 feet off to your left hand side.
Right, and Karma, you never mind.
And I rolled 19, so I've been
Yeah, Karma, you as well notice that same thing with you. You notice that as you're moving up, Ryvan stops, and you notice out of the corner of your eye Ryvan stopping. You basically are also able to see relatively how where he's looking at, and so it's like, oh, there's somebody there. Tyrion, you're darting up, and you actually end up making it about 3 rows farther than where Karma and Ryvan stop, and before you notice another individual standing in front of you, about two tent rows in front, but it appears to be a smaller humanoid, only coming up to about your waist, from what you can tell. This one has sandy blonde hair. Standing next to him and then standing in front of him are more smaller and smaller individuals who are currently all standing, relatively in this same area, all with their eyes focused in the same direction. All with their eyes and their heads. You're probably about 90 feet from, probably about 60 to 90 feet from them. Probably about 60 feet from them about at this point.
Can they see me?
They currently do not notice your presence now.
Alright, well, I'm going to stop and wait for Karma and Ryvan to catch up.
Yeah, let's all move up and meet up on Tyrion.
Okay. So taking a second, you, Karma and Ryvan, you guys point out where the drow is. You skirt around and move over to Tyrion, who's a little farther off to your guys' right hand side. You move up to where he's at. This is where I get to start rolling tonight.
Okay. God damn. I don't like the sound of that. Quick question. How far have we come from the rest of the group?
You're probably about... come about like you've made it like from where you're standing, you can still see the cave wall, but it's a fair distance off. Like it would take about 5-10 minutes to get back where you were at.
Okay.
While we're meeting up on Tyrion, I'm going to kind of report back to the group. We see some people up there. They're meeting up around something. I can't tell. Yeah, Tyrion.
It's at this point that Raven and Karma, it's at this point that you guys can begin to see the smaller humanoid individuals who are all standing with their eyes facing towards something. At this point.
Something towards something. Can I see that something? Or how far am I back from seeing that something?
You can't make out what they're looking at because there are different tents and other structures in the way at this point.
But it's like, I guess what I'm asking is it's not like a risen thing. It's not like
not high enough that you can see at this. Not high enough that you can see at this point. No.
Is there anything around me I could possibly climb to get a better vantage point?
I
Like
mean,
something sturdy, not like a tent.
Make a perception check, or
Okay.
yeah, it has to be perception.
Not as good this time. 11. Which is still higher when I rolled a 4.
There might be a few, like there might be like one tent or something that you think might support your weight. You're not 100% sure, but
It feels like a dumb idea. I'm not gonna do it.
Alright, guys.
Yeah.
Karma, did you tell the group that we saw something?
Yes, I told them that we saw a group of people, some smaller individuals, gathered around something. So I
Okay,
told
they
them.
seem very interested in that. You two, closer. I'll stay here. You see
Okay.
anything, message the rest of the group and come back. If you need help, I'll be watching. And I'm
Okay.
just going to very quietly unsheath my sword, get my shield on my arm,
okay,
still in the inky blackness.
okay, all right.
Tell them you're doing that. Tell.
Okay. Clarissa, everybody else, tell everybody that we're moving
Out,
forward.
Clarissa.
Does Salix have the thing?
It's Clarissa.
Yeah,
Tell the gnome.
Clarissa, Rive and I are going to move forward. Tyrion's staying back to support us if we get eyes on us. I'll keep you updated. We'll move forward. I'm going to pull out my daggers at this point too. And
I'm just gonna relay that information to everybody else in the cave.
All right. So I need both of you guys, Riven and Karma, I need you both to make another stealth check.
also, can I tell Clarissa that they can start moving forward to like the outskirts of the town because it's deserted?
You can. It's up. I mean, it's up to you if you want to tell her that before
I'm
you.
I'm gonna tell them that just to stay away still, but you can get closer at least.
Guys, they want us to move up a little bit, but still stay fairly far back. So let's maybe exit the cave and move up just a couple 100 yards or so.
27.
Is there?
Remember, I have advantage on these, so it's not hard for me to roll ridiculous.
It's still a little obnoxious, but in a
Okay.
good
Kind
way.
of our bread and butter.
All right.
The same.
So, so we'll handle this for. We'll handle that first. Okay. So Karma and Riven, what'd you roll?
26.
26. Okay. Okay. So Karma and Riven, you guys, both of you are able to continue to scoot up the tents. You move up about another 3 or 4. You move up about like another 2 rows before you're right behind these very small humanoids, looking off to your left-hand side where you saw this white-haired individual. You can see him. You can see him at this point, and you think that if you scoot up one more row of tent, you'll be able to see and gain enough of a vantage point to see what all these small humanoids are looking at this point. You take a second. You still yourself. You dart past the row that he's in. Riven, you take just a very small peek back around the corner to see if he to see if he he noticed you. He is still standing there, arms crossed, not really paying much attention at this point. As you push up past this last tent, you're probably about 10-15 feet away from the children at this point. At which point, at this point, you can tell these are very young children, all with their heads currently all pointing at this central point, looking above their heads and still like maintaining to like stay stealthy. You see them staring at a platform, and standing on the platform is an individual, a feminine individual with white hair, wearing a very, very dark cloak. Her hood is whose hood is currently down. Her eyes are, when they are looking out over the crowd, are very, very winter white, with pupils in the middle of them. Her lips also adorning her lips are also is a very, very white form of paste from what you can tell, giving her almost the appearance of constantly smiling and constantly constantly smiling and almost a constant just look at this point. You're a little too far to make out what she's saying, but you see her standing there holding something in her hand at this point.
How far away from me is she?
From where you are at, she's probably about 60-70 feet away from you.
Just out of my range.
And how many guards do I see around us?
Looking into this now, what you see, Square, or looking into like this now, like almost like clearing, like it is almost like a circle, like a small circle clearing in the middle of this like tent camp. You notice about there's about, from what you can tell, just gauging quickly, 60 to 70 children who are currently all standing shoulder to shoulder, all staring up at her. You notice. From what you can tell, make a perception check to see how many of the guards you notice. Karma.
Oh, buddy. 21.
Okay. In your sight, you see that there are two drow individuals with white hair, dark skin, standing at the base of the cart. And as you look throughout the crowd, you notice that there are about 4 to 5 other drow, from what you can tell. At this point, just standing within the crowd themselves. You hear her. Yeah.
So a bunch of kids, not a lot of guards.
From where you're standing, you can't be 100% sure on where else throughout the camp at this point.
Okay. And what about the kids in general? I mean, are they all looking noble birth, or just varied, or I mean? What kind of kids too? Are we talking humans, elven?
Looking throughout them, you notice that there appear to be some who are wearing nicer clothing. Some, once again, that kind of resemble the same type of style that your current captive, I guess, type of style, like very rich style clothing, but almost very tattered and very worn at this point. You also notice some children who are just in very tattered clothes, very like there's rips around them, like rips on the clothing, almost as though they were like taken from the gutter. Races, it's a variety. A human, half elven. You think you spot maybe a tiefling here and there. A variety, no dwarven or gnome children, from what you can tell, as those from where you're standing at, anyways, as those would normally be a lot shorter than from what you're seeing. As that's going on, you see this lady take whatever she is holding in her hand and bend down and place it onto the platform that she's standing. She then takes a step backwards, and there's a bright flash of light from whatever she just placed on the platform. Above the platform, there rises, and out of this object that she placed begins to rise smoke. It begins to rise up and up and up, rising probably about 10-15 feet in the air above the heads of the children, above the heads of the guards, and above the heads of this lady who's currently standing on the platform. You hear a voice that emanates throughout the cavern at this point, seemingly out of nowhere, and the party back also begins to hear a deep rumbling as well. My children, the time of ascension. The time of ascension draws near. You all have shown that you are of worth. Your father is pleased with the progress of you and your siblings up above. You have made much progress on the surface, but there is still more to be done. Soon all the preparations will be complete. We will emerge from the shadows, purging this world of those who would plunge it into utter darkness. You and those who have ascended before you are the future of this world. At which point there is audible clapping and some cheering from the children at this point.
Question.
Yes.
Was it a male or female voice?
Male, from what you can tell.
Okay. That was
The smoke has begun to take shape, and it is that of a male individual. The features on it are not super distinguishable. You can see that it has eyes, it has a nose, and it has a mouth that moves when the voice speaks. Now, the time that you all have been anticipating. Those who will be ascending today. Terra, Reth, Natalia, Katrina.
Can I hear this? Can we all hear this?
You can all hear this, except for the people who are currently working their way out of the cave at this point.
Can I start working my way to?
Who's going out of the cave?
You guys told the rest. You guys told the rest of the party to start moving out of the cave. Yeah, Tyrion, you can hear this. You just can't and you can even now see there's a giant smoky figure in the sky at this point. Lang and Morden.
That's all I was looking.
Question:
Yeah,
Can I see any white buildings like the one we saw with the Lady Shadows nearby?
You see no white buildings.
Okay.
Can I start collapsing in on Karma?
You and Karma are right next to each other at this point. You are shoulder to shoulder at this point.
I thought we were a little bit separated.
No, you guys are shoulder to shoulder at this point.
I want to whisper to him really quietly,
Mm-hmm.
just above a breath. Time to call in the cavalry.
Think.
At which point, as you say that, you see 5 different children throughout the crowd begin to move forward and begin to move up towards the platform. They're walking.
The kids again.
They're walking. These 5 children are walking with a very dignified purpose and moving forward at this point.
Closest. How far am I from the lady?
You are currently you're still about 60 to 70 feet away from her through a thicket of children at this point.
How long did it take us to get to this point?
About.
Would I know how far it is from the cave to where we are right now?
In terms of feet, you're looking at
In terms of distance and running speed traveled.
If you guys were moving stealthily, so probably about 50 about 5 to 10 minutes to get to where you're at now. Probably running speed might take you 5 to get there and then back. 5 to get there.
I mean, from where the party, from the cave to where we currently are standing.
If you're full sprint.
If you're full sprint, it would probably take you about 2.5 to get back.
Riven, let's go back to Tyrion. Let's notify the party what's going on, and we can collapse on it when they're here.
I'm right here.
So,
Back.
Okay.
Heard all that.
So there were the 5 individuals begin moving. At this point, you guys move out of the way as the 5 of the individuals make it to the platform. Are you guys? You guys are just backing. Okay, you guys. You guys both of you back up to Tyrion, losing sight of the children and of the platform. Oh, you were moving on towards them this entire time.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
moving up to us,
Make another stealth check. Make another stealth check then, Tyrion.
and I'm gonna draw my short sword.
Go for it.
16.
I want to start moving towards back.
So as you two, as Karma and Riven, as you two are making your way back towards Tyrion.
I'm not making my way back. He's making his way back.
Okay, so as Karma's making his way back towards Tyrion, Karma, you make it like 2 steps before you see Tyrion is already already moving up past you. He glances over to where the drow guard was looking at, that you were looking at. He glances over. He darts past it very quietly. You hear a huh, and then you hear a.
The platform yet?
Oh, the kids are at the platform. The smoke at this point, the smoke has begun to dissipate. And the lady, this lady is now currently looking at all 3 of the children, or all 6 of the children, or 5 of the children. Sorry, words. All 5 of the children who are currently standing in front of her at this point in time.
I want to go and get to a place where I can cut off the guard from where he's gonna try and go to where Tyrion is, and I can hopefully stab him in the neck as he goes past.
As you glance around, as Tyrion gets up to you at this point, you glance around the corner and you notice that the guard is kind of standing there, just shaking his head, arms still crossed, still looking up at the platform. You hear him mutter. Must have been, and he just continues looking up.
Tyrion,
at this point.
Here. I told the rest of the group to come to us as fast as possible because the kids are starting to be abducted or taken, whatever. I'm going to try and make a move on the leader up there.
At this point, Riven, you see the lady taking.
Moving 50 feet in.
You're moving 50 feet straight in, or what are you doing?
I'm trying to say that 3 times now. So
No, I've heard you. I'm just trying to make sure.
I am
Okay.
fucking going.
So as soon as you see the kids start moving, I need you to. Oh God! Make an athletics check. Make an athletics check.
Natural fucking 20.
Oh Jesus!
Holy
All right.
shit.
Okay.
And where is our group in the back? How
So
far
before
are we?
that happens, good God, the rest of the group, you guys, you were up in the cave at this point. You were hearing, you heard Karma say, "Get down here, get moving quickly as you can." At that point, what were you doing? Salix, you got Brea, the unconscious child, and Clarissa, all who are still currently up. And Amiral, who are all currently up in that cave that's about 14, 15 feet up off the ground.
Well, as soon as I heard Karma say, "Come quickly," Clarissa's just going to relay that to the rest of the group, and then
Okay.
I believe we had a rope hanging, right?
You did?
from
Yep.
The cave.
Yep.
And Clarissa's going to slide down the rope and start not sprinting, but briskly walking, which for a gnome looks more like bouncing.
Clarissa, take Brea and Salix. I'll get the kid.
At which point Brea Brea just looks at you and just looks at you and just kind of shakes her head. She places her hands on the child's face and concentrates a little bit more, and then says, "That should hold for at least the time before we get down to the ground."
Okay, let's go then.
She makes her way down. Clarissa, you make your way down. Emiral, you're dropping down. You're picking up the kid, slinging him over one shoulder. Go for it.
I'm gonna leave him there if Brea says it's okay, unless Brea wants her with.
I'd rather have him come. Are you asking her this, or?
Yeah, while I'm picking him up.
I'd rather have him come with. I'd prefer not to leave him in this cave.
So
Anything.
Let's go.
Which point Brea begins making her way down the rope. Clarissa makes her way down the rope. Salix, I take it you're making your way down the rope as well?
Salix.
Delay.
Salix?
He's typing. in
Yeah.
chat.
Can't hear you? No, can't hear you, buddy. You've been yelling? Oh. You're not muted.
Loudly.
That's awkward.
Try and disconnect from chat. Come back.
Or if you need to, reset your settings real quick.
Oh.
There we go. So what have you been yelling?
Like 5 minutes ago, when this whole conversation started, it said, "We don't have time for this," and I throw the kid over my shoulder and go down that rope.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so
Thank
Salix
you.
already has the kid.
So Salix, make an athletics check with disadvantage then.
Athletics, you say?
Athletics 7. So as Salix scoops up the kid and like tosses him over his shoulder, he runs over to he walks over to the rope, grabs it in one hand, jumps off. You feel the rope begin to slide through your hands. You grasp it as hard as you can, and you feel yourself start to slow just a bit as the ground comes up to rush you. You slam into it, not enough to take damage, but that was definitely a lot more painful. You end up getting kind of knocked prone shortly. It jostles the child. He ends up going spilling onto the ground as you lose your grip on him.
That looked a lot cooler in my head, and then I pick him up and go.
Okay. All right. So so we'll say Clarissa, Emiral, and Brea all finagle their way down the rope. At this point, you guys begin to scoot. All of you begin to scoot up
Pick up
to.
Clarissa at this point and just
All right.
throw her on my shoulder.
All right. So you guys, all of you, end up making your way up to the outside of the encampment at this point. All right. It is at this point that Riven is now. Running into the into this field of children at this point in time.
How close? Okay, this is gonna depend when engagement starts. I would like to get actually up to them, but my movement speed is only 50, and assuming standing from where I am is where engagement starts, like what, 10 feet away? Because it will depict whether or not I use a range attack or get up on them.
You're moving through. Okay, so you're gonna be running through. Okay, so anyways, this is what happens. As you end up racing through, as you end up breaking stealth, you go full dash. You end up slamming into one child. You knock him out of the way. You end up knocking, and pretty much just having to start shoving children out of your way as you end up darting through them. You feel you begin to hear voices start shouting out through the crowd. Need you to roll initiative.
As I see him start to run, am I close enough to one of the guards to throw a dagger?
Yeah, you're close enough to one of them to throw a dagger. Yes.
Okay, I'd like to do
Yes.
that like as he starts to run, so I hopefully get a
Okay.
surprise round on him.
Yeah, you will get your surprise. You'll get a surprise round. Ryven, go ahead and roll initiative, please.
19. That's
God
9.
damn it. I'm running after him.
Should I roll initiative?
Yeah, everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
I don't get a bonus now.
Ouch.
Everybody, right?
Monks.
Nathan.
Hold on a second. I gotta roll up. I gotta pull up my initiative screen tonight because this is new. Right.
Initiative plus 30.
Raven with 19. Salix with 14. And Mural with 17. Searching Salix. Clarissa. Let's check and see. Ray gets real quick here. Dex modifier. So 10. Success 14. 14. Clarissa 12. Rhea. Tyrion. Oh, no, Karma then Tyrion.
5.
Slide.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Alright, now I have to roll for the freaking everybody else. Ooh, and I need to pull up Monster Manual. Because reasons. Okay,
Oh, good.
Hey, you're the one that ran in.
it's true.
Teleporting children away again. Remember what happened last time?
Yeah, we engaged and they all died horribly.
Alright, so.
That's what happened this time. And then we saw White
Guards.
City.
Draw guards.
See, even my cat is pissed.
Rip.
My cat's always. Yeah, there you go.
And where's my sheet for her? Sheet for her is over here. Jesus. Okay. Alright. Oh, and I have one more roll to make. So, chance of. Okay. So, Ryven, as you end up running, and I lost one of my dice. That's fantastic. As you end up running through the crowd of children, at this point, it is a surprise round because you were stealth as you began to boast through the children. You get about 20 feet. I'm gonna pull up a screen. I'm gonna post you guys into the next screen so that you guys can see relatively where you're at. But it is gonna be a little. It's gonna be a little different. So give me 3 seconds here. Rip.
We just lost Six and just rejoined.
That's fine. Alright, so here's you guys. Going to copy. And then I'm going to go over here.
I think he's cutting in and out, Carson, because he's
We just lost
reaching for things off mic.
Six.
Yeah. Alright, so Ryven.
We lost the
Alright,
Tyrion.
we lost Tyrion as well. Jesus.
Salix is in right now.
Alright, Alright, so we have. Just missing Tyrion then, okay. So Brea, you're still off screen. Clarissa, you're still technically off screen. Tyrion. That's not Tyrion.
No, that's Tyrion. I didn't get my message. I had to restart the record because I didn't
Ah.
hear anything.
That's a mural. It's okay, I'm still getting initiative orders and shit right now, so. I'm setting up the map because you guys are being you guys.
There's
So-
no plural there. There is one of us that did this.
So, alright, yep. Alright, I'm gonna place you guys where you are currently at this point, so just a heads up. Alright, so, Karma, you and Tyrion are currently... Okay, so this is relatively where you... Okay, so I'm gonna pull you guys in 3, 2, 1. You don't have movement yet, but you're getting pulled in now.
into that?
It's what he ran into.
That would be our monk.
So, as this is okay, so as Riven begins to run, he makes it roughly about to this point before, and as he does, there's a hey, what's going? As soon as those voices begin to go off, the lady who is currently looking at the 5 children in front of her looks up and shouts, "Guards, quickly!" At which point she begins to usher she points to something off in the distance and tells the children to move in a direction. After that, and I need battle music for this.
Fucking god.
Holy shit, there's a lot of kids.
At this point, this guy moves here. This at this point, this one.
Still my surprise round. That's gone now.
This one's going to move. No, technically, you will get the surprise. You get the surprise round right now. That's about where you get at this point.
Okay, and I'm assuming I've used my movement speed.
Yep,
correct?
your movement has been used.
Okay, I'm going to fling. I've got my short sword out. I'm gonna fling 2 darts at the lady.
Okay, go for it.
$22.
That'll hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for my second one right now too.
Go for it.
Okay.
19.
That'll hit as well.
Okay, that's d6s plus things. 10 points on the first one.
Okay.
7 points on the second one.
Okay, so 17 total. Right.
And then I would like to.
Rage.
Nah. Yeah, I'd like to rage. No,
That's
I'm
happening,
gonna end my
whether we
turn right
want to
now.
or not.
What are you doing?
Nothing. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, that's it. All right.
Well, if
Alright.
I can't move anymore, it's my two
Nope,
attacks,
you're-
and I don't get a bonus unless I am in melee range.
There are 70 children. Yep, it's a lot. That was just what those guys could see, was how many that they could see. There was then more than that after that. All right, at that point.
Or more than that.
All right, so there were. All right, so there's. All right, so this guard is going to move up here.
I thought I got surprised as well.
This one's going to move up here. At this point, you see the guard off to your left-hand side. Karma begin to move as well. This is your surprise round on him, because he's the closest one to you.
Okay. So the one on the left, you said?
Right there, yep.
Yep. Okay. So we'll move up back behind him. Like
Okay.
right there.
Yep.
And then I will attack him with Flame Tongue.
Go for it.
Auto crit. Isn't it? on
Yeah,
that?
it's auto crit, and I get advantage because I haven't taken turn yet.
Yep.
Okay, that is 21 to hit.
21 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, let's see. 16 times 2, 32 plus 3, so 36. Or 35.
35, alright. Okay, so plus 1. Alright. So with that, you end up taking Valyrian Legacy and just jamming it into his back. At the last, as you're sneaking up, he turns and says, or as you're getting ready, he goes, "What?" And you jam it into his backside. You pull it out. He's clutching his side. He's still standing there, but he turns around, looking directly at you. He lets out a nasty grin, reaches down to his side and pulls out two short swords from himself and begins to ready his attack. At this point,
on that as well.
Yeah, you can if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yep.
So this would just be with a regular dagger then.
Yep.
12 plus 5, 17.
Okay, 17 will miss, unfortunately. So, as you pull the other dagger out and go to slam into him, he sees you and just takes one of his short swords and slams it into your arm. It throws your arm way out of the way, but not breaking past the armor, luckily. This guy is going to move over this way towards the source of the commotion. This one is going to move. Oh, not that guy. This guy. This guy is going to also begin moving in the direction of motion. This one is going to move there and begin telling the children to get out of the way. This one's going to move forward as well. This one is going to move in this direction. Get about there. This one is going to move this way and get to about there. And this one is going to move down here towards the center of the commotion as well. Okay. Now it brings us, at this point, the guard in front of you, Karma, takes both his short swords and swings them both at you. That is a 22 to hit and a 23 to hit.
Hit.
Both of them hit? Alright. You take a total of 14 points of piercing or of slashing damage as
I'll use any dodge on the first one.
Okay. Does that have it, or does that I always forget.
Yeah, it halves it.
Okay. So you take a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You take 11 damage in total. Okay, so as you see him slash, he slashes across you. You bring your arms up to try and block with the daggers. You miss. Unfortunately, the sword comes striking down across your forearm, sinking past your leather armor into skin. It's gonna hurt. The other one comes and ends up slashing directly across the front of your torso. You feel the armor take the brunt of the damage, but you still feel like maybe a rib or two crack, and you end up having to back away for a second. All right. This brings us to Ryven.
Okay. What are the rules for moving past children?
They are considered. They're considered difficult terrain at this point.
Of course they are. They're still moving. Okay.
Oh, so much.
4, and there's the 5 children that are currently in front of the lady at this point.
So difficult terrain is twice your movement speed, right?
Yep.
That's only 40 feet then. Alright, I'm gonna move that way, well aware that they can make opportunity attacks on me. So,
Alright.
That.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get 7 opportunity attacks against you.
Wait, these are kids? They attack me? Okay.
They're obviously brainwashed.
Okay, either way, with disadvantage, go for it.
The first one rolled a 2.
I missed it.
Second one rolls a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Yes!
Crit fail.
Thank you, disadvantage.
Third one rolls a 17 and a 4. 13. The fourth one, who's the Drow Elite Warrior, rolls a nat 20 and then a 20 modified.
Well, 20 modified. Yeah, 20 modified hits me.
Okay, so you'll get 1 there. Child misses. Child super misses. Holy shit, these children can't roll tonight.
I fucking love disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, that's bad. Okay. So, as you're darting past the children, you feel a blade come down across the back across your back, slicing actually through the cloak. It's through the cloak itself into your body. I need you to make a... I want to say it's a Constitution save, I believe.
18.
I'm double checking something. Okay. So as the blade sinks into your back, you feel your body pulse, and you feel your entire body seize. You feel your entire body seize. You end up feeling your body pulse and seize, and you begin to start to feel shaky. You're considered poisoned at this point.
With an 18? Okay.
With an 18, yes.
Did I take any damage? Because you didn't tell me what.
Yeah, you took 7 points of slashing damage from the sword.
Alright, and then I still have movement speed. So I'm gonna move up here and then make attacks against her.
Okay.
2 with my short sword to start off with.
Alright. Make them with disadvantage.
$19.
19 will...
Plus 8.
That was with the disadvantage?
That was with 17 and an 11.
Jesus. So...
Plus 8, so...
19, yep. That hits.
$17 and a 12. So that's going to be an unnatural 20 on the second one.
Alright.
Right, no.
Both.
19.
Both will hit. Yep, go for it.
Okay. Uh, 9 on the first one.
On one.
And 8 on the second one.
And then minus 8 on the other.
Burn a point of Kai
Okay.
and hit her with 2 unarmed strikes.
Alright, go for it.
And with their disadvantage, right?
Both are with disadvantage, yep.
Alright, the first one misses.
Okay.
A natural 3.
Yep, nope.
Yeah, they we took that one for me. Nat 20 and 10. 17.
17 will just barely hit.
Well, there's our armor class. 7 points of damage.
Alright.
Bludgeoning. And is it magical? I don't think I got my magic arms yet. No, I don't.
I need to double check 2 things real quick. Anyways, okay. So as you slash across the female's body, you see her image begin to shift, and you recognize it as it's the same shifting that your body does whenever you have your cloak up.
Does it take the same effect as my cloak? Because I think when I'm hit, it drops.
Yeah, it does drop as soon as it hits. The effect does drop. It's the same thing. Unfortunately, you're still poisoned, so you still get the disadvantage, though.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Never mind then. I was gonna say, 'cause I rolled a nat 20 in there.
No, it's because of the poison effect.
Okay.
So as you end up slashing across her, you also take a few moments to end up getting some quick jabs in there. You feel like you did some damage. She looks up at you and smiles. You now at this point clearly see a face that you very much recognize, and you hear a voice say, "Ah, I remember you."
Do I recognize a name to that?
You recognize this.
Recognize it, can I think of a name, I guess?
Right, you recognize looking at this individual, and it's not until the image begins to blur and to shift that you recognize this individual as one that you remember seeing originally cloaked in shadows, emerging from a pool of very dark and black liquid back in the town of Cloudwater.
Okay, not. Okay, never mind then. That's okay. I thought you meant from like home.
No, wrong. No.
Yeah, that's what I was hitting at. Because I was about to pull my backstory here. Well, that, I believe, ends my very long turn.
Mm-hmm. This brings us to Emerald. You are Emerald. So Emerald, Salix, Clarissa, and Brea. You guys are just now reaching the about halfway point between. Like you were just now reaching about like halfway from the outside of the outside of the encampment to about you're about now at the middle and like not the middle of the encampment but about the middle between the outside and the central point. So now it brings us to the children's turn. This child turns around. This one turns around. Not you. Nope. This one turns around. This one also turns there. This one is going to move 1, 2 there. This one is going to move 1, 2 there.
Jesus.
And they're all going to make their attacks against you real quick. And since you got hit, your cloak went down, if I recall correctly.
It goes down until the end of my turn.
Okay, so it went back up. Okay, so the first attack with disadvantage is a 19 and a 17 with an additional 4 added on top of it, so it's going to be a unnatural 18, 19, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21 for the disadvantage. Okay, from the first child. Alright, so you end up taking a total of 4 points of piercing damage as the child you now see has a blade in their hand goes and stabs at your shifting and blurring form. You expect him to miss, but underestimating the child, you find that the dagger that he's holding ends up piercing into your body. Your form solidifies back into you. You look up at him, kind of gurgling. I need to make another Constitution save.
You're not within 10 feet of me, are you?
Nope.
Nat 19.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Wait. It's a save, right?
It's a save, yeah.
Okay, and then that's fine, because it's not an ability check. Never mind.
5 and 8, so 5 for next attack. So as that child backs away, you hear rushing footsteps behind you. You turn your head just in time to see another child slashing out with your dagger. You're able to dodge out of the way. At this time, the third child ends up racing towards you. The blade finding some purchase on your leg as you try to dodge out of the way. You take an additional 6 points of slashing damage as the dagger also slides across your shin at that point. And this will be for the last attack. Rolls a natural 20. Fantastic. So as the pain opens up across your shin, you feel yourself falling backward. As you're about ready to catch yourself, you feel another blade slam into your back. At this point, you need to make 2 Constitution saves at this point in time. 6, 7, 8, 9. You take 9 points of piercing damage from the last one, by the way.
17 on the first one.
Okay.
And a nat 18 on the second one.
Okay.
2021.
Okay. So and it was an additional 9 points of piercing damage from that one. I take it my audio is having some issues tonight.
No, you're good for me.
No, I can't.
I think it might just be for me. Like you're definitely. That's why.
Okay.
But if it becomes an issue, I'll just like. So far, it hasn't been anything.
Okay.
That I couldn't put together from context after.
Okay, so Ryven, that's what happens for you at this point. Alright. This brings, so you can't go at disadvantage anymore, you just are considered poisoned at this point with the disadvantage. So Sarix, Clarissa, Brea, all of you are currently still working your ways to the center portion of town at this point. This brings us to Karma. You're about one more turn from getting into combat at this point.
Even while dashing?
Even while dashing.
Okay.
How many feet?
A monk that doesn't understand the virtue of pains. How is that a thing?
So, Mira, what was the question?
How many feet from the shit show?
You are currently looking at about probably probably close to about 200, probably about 200 feet at this point. 150, 200. That's probably what you're looking at.
Okay.
Karma, over to you.
Okay, I'm gonna take another swing at the guy right in front of me.
All
right.
Did I not get a turn?
You're after Karma.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Surprise round.
That happened. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh god. That's gonna be 12.
12 to hit. Nope.
13, but yeah.
So as you take your dagger and go to slam into it, go to slam into the drow in front of you. You feel him. You see he moves it with the dexterity and the grace of an elf. So he's so quick that your eyes can catch where he's moving, but your body just feels sluggish in comparison to him. Your blade ends up going right where he would have been a good solid second earlier, but he's currently standing there, prepped and ready for your next attack.
All right, so bonus action, I'm going to dodge.
Okay, so you're prepping a dodge at this point.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Tyrion, over to you. Mr. Tyrion.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, like I said, my Discord's having some...
Right.
I'm
Okay.
here. Ryven, just do me a quick favor and highlight yourself. I've been trying to get this audio.
I just did it.
Oh, yeah, fuck you. Forget that. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I take it I can't see the party coming up, huh?
You have no idea where they're at this point. You think you have some inclination that they might be on their way, but you're not 100% sure at this point.
Well, I mean, I assume they're on their way. I told Karma to tell them to... here.
Real quick. Sorry, Shadow. That guy hadn't taken a turn in combat yet, had he?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so... I am... going to... we're going to try and hold this fort down. I'm going to cast Bless. Just need to see if that can reach Ryven. I don't think it can. But for some reason, in my quick notes, I didn't put the range on this. So, 30 feet. Sorry, buddy. You did this to your... Okay, so I am going to do that.
What are you doing?
All that does is give myself and Karma extra D4 for attack rolls and saving throws for the next minute.
For the next how long?
Minute.
Okay.
And it is the concentration spell, so for the moment, I'm concentrating.
Alright, sounds good.
On that, so that's my...
Alright, that's it?
Is this a bonus action? Is that a bonus action?
Is it a bonus action?
I'm very sorry. I was gonna...
No, you're fine.
What is it?
No, it is not a bonus action. Alright, that's fine.
Alright.
I am going to come over here near Carl.
Okay. Alright.
And I am gonna fucking chill.
Alright, sounds good. Alright. Top of the rounds. This brings us all the way up here to the individual standing currently directly in front of you. Okay. So, at this point, you see the individual. You see the individual before you. Before you, Ryven, reach up, take her hood, and leave it, and that ends up pulling it down off of her head. At this point, she then smiles, and as she smiles, you begin to see her body sink into the ground. At that point, you are confused on where she went to, where she was at. You look around, you glance around, roll a perception check.
15.
22. All right. Now you having seen this before, expect her to be coming up from below. You look down at your shadow. You look down at your shadow, but you don't see anything moving. You then look up towards the face of one of the children standing in front of you, or standing off to the side of you, and you see a body emerge from one of their shadows, directly off to your side. As it rises up, you see a dagger flash as it comes flying up and at you. That is a 17, 23 to hit.
Oh god, yeah, it's everything.
Mm-hmm. 4. Okay, so let's see, 6 plus. Jesus. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 points of damage, piercing damage, as the blade goes sliding into your upper torso at that point. You look down at the blade. You look down at the blade as it goes just completely out of into black smoke. You see her then standing there with a blade currently in her other hand. And she gets a second attack, so let's do that real quick. Rolls a 10, so nope. That's a 16. So as the second dagger goes flying in your direction, this time you're ready for it. You're able to dodge out of the way. You're able to dodge out of the way at that point. Whoop. This brings us to the guard's turn. This guy, now looking over, is going to see what's happening. He's going to move over this way. This one, hearing commotion and seeing you move up, is going to grab the child, throw them backward, and take their place at this point. This one's going to move over here, using one of his actions to do the same thing. Same thing here. This one is going to move up there. Consequences, man. And you used your action, you used your action, you used your action, you did not, and you did not either. So you're gonna go. So it's gonna be 2 attacks on you, Riven, from the drow. It's a nat 1, and that is a 20 to hit on the last one, on the second attack from the first drow.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
Yep. And that, so you take a total of 7 points of slashing damage from as the drow behind you ends up taking his sword and lunges hard at you. You are able to instinctually dodge away from it, but you miscalculate where his second sword comes in. As it comes sweeping at your legs. You feel a burning pain on your bottom calf. Make another Constitution save for that first one.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
I'm downed.
Oof. All right.
Her attack put me at 1.
So as that second swipe comes at you, you end up getting tossed off your feet. You fall back to the ground. You feel your eyes begin and your vision begin to close in around you. You fall to the ground unconscious at this point in time. And you're also poisoned as well at this point in time. And I'll make that
having disadvantage on checks that I auto-fail.
Yeah. That's what happens when you run into situations. Alright, this would bring us to Riven's turn, so it is so go ahead and make your death saving throw.
What the fuck? Oh shit. Well, yeah, no.
No. Hello?
That's gonna be a fail.
You guys
Okay.
can hear me? I can
Yep.
let's hope that this fixes it for me.
And we can hear you, DJ.
Yep, I got you.
Well,
Riven
the
is
problem-
down.
Alright. Riven is currently down, and one death saving throw against him at this point in time. This brings us to Mural, Salix, Clarissa, and Brea. You all at this point make it. I'm going to move you guys to where you currently make it to at this point. You are rushing at full dash. You make it about here.
Can I do anything there, or am I done for the turn?
This would be your full dash at this point. So it's you're using your actions to dash. Clarissa, you're probably a little farther behind unless Emural was carrying you this entire way.
Yeah,
At which
I
point?
was.
At which point you're there, and then Brea is bringing up the rear, making it about here as well. Okay. So that's where you guys are rough. That's where all of you are roughly at this point in time. So that was with the dash. This brings us to Karma.
Alright, so I'm gonna attack the guy in front of me with Valyrian Legacy again.
Go for it.
And I can get an additional D4, you said, Tyrion?
No. Oh yeah, for attack.
For attack rolls, yeah.
Attack roll.
21.
21 will hit.
Okay, that is 8 points of damage.
Okay. As you take Valyrian Legacy, you are able to slip right past his defenses and jamming it into his upper shoulder. He lets out a yell as you pull it out. There's a slight flash of flame as the wound continues to cauterizes instantaneously.
Okay, I'm actually gonna attack again.
Go for it.
Bonus. Ooh, that's actually good. That's 23.
23. Alright, yep, that'll hit as well.
I do not add my bonus onto this, correct? The +3.
For what?
Dexterity.
Let us check. I believe you should. It's just regular attack.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then it's 6 points damage.
Okay, so. All right. With your offhand dagger, you take another one. You take a quick swipe at him. You end up managing to catch his forearm. A little scrape appears on him. This brings us to Tyrion. Over to you.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I can see rest of our part.
Where you're standing at,
How far away are they?
probably about from what I'm seeing, 55 feet. Like,
You would see what the
if you're like actively searching for them, yeah, you would see them.
Oh yes, believe me,
Then yes, you would. Yes, as Karma's been engaging with the individual in front, as Karma's been actively engaging with the individual in front, you turn around and are able to see your party cresting through the you begin to see shadows moving throughout the camp, and you know the rest of your party is gaining and coming up to you guys at this point.
Okay, excellent, thank you. Fantastic. I'm just gonna... Karma, we need to... then I am gonna head over to the rest of the party.
We need to blankety blank blank blank. You just don't
Yeah.
cut out.
What'd you say, Tyrion? You cut out there.
See, that's the problem I've been.
You've been whatting?
Having.
We need to regroup, and then I'm gonna head over to the rest of the party.
Alright. Go ahead and move in your direction. So, Tyrion, are you taking your full turn to dash, or what's going on with that?
Tyrion.
Can't hear you, buddy.
Uh-oh, you gone. Nope. Someone
That
else.
was Night Terror.
Hello?
Yes.
There you are.
Jesus Christ. Alright, well. Anyway, I'm gonna say we need to regroup, and then head my 35 feet. Sure. Yep.
They're all lit
Yeah.
up for you.
Yeah, hold on. I just have to. You were distracting me. I was like, yeah, okay,
Yep.
that's where I want to move, and then I was like, sorry. Alright, so I'm here. I am going to use a level 2 spell slot and use Misty Step.
Yep, go for it.
To that unoccupied space right over there.
Go for it.
So I disappear in a shroud of mist because I'm awesome. Not
Oop,
the
too far out.
situation I thought I would be using this spell.
Where are you at?
All right.
Oh, you okay? I see where you're at.
Yeah,
Yep.
I moved.
Gotcha.
So I
Yep.
can go anywhere up to 30 feet as long as it's occupied.
Yep.
And all right. Yelling at everyone around me. This is a bad idea. Serious trouble. Riven's down over there. I'm gonna over there. Karma's, I don't know, fighting some guy. He's over there. We need to regroup. We should probably get out of here. I don't know if we can save Riven. Maybe we should try. And then I'm gonna ready myself for an attack.
All right.
Is getting stabbed in the face.
All right.
And discuss. I don't think
All right.
Oh,
Nope.
Lady of Shadow. I don't know. Whatever. We're good.
Okay. Brings us to the top of the round. All right. That happens. She does that, so that happens. And then she said, and then she's going to move 10, 15, 20. $25. This 5, 10, 15, 20 as well. 5, 10, 15, 20 as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. Alright, this brings us to Riven. Riven, you feel a slight warmth begin to spread throughout your chest at this point in time. But that's you're still unconscious. You still feel bad. Make another death saving throw.
You feel bad.
Bad.
The 11, did that pass me?
11 is a success because it's above 10.
Okay, so it's is it 10 and above, or is
It's 10. It's 10 and down, 11 and up.
Okay.
I believe.
You are dying. You feel bad.
All right.
Yet somehow, not bad enough.
All right. This brings us to Emural. Actually, it's the Drow Guard's turn at this point.
Blair,
So this one's
I
going
don't know if
to
this
move
matters.
here.
I'm gonna die here soon.
This
I'd
one's
like
going to
spend
move.
my dying time thinking about a certain god that I worship
All right. Sounds good.
for Flair. For you.
That sounds good. I gotcha. This one is going to begin moving over here.
Oh, you're gonna love me at this. Oh man.
This one's still going to be moving here. This one's going to move there-ish. This one is going to move here. Okay, and Karma, you're getting 2 strikes at you, good sir, from the first one, and then another 2 from the other one. So,
I'll use disengage on, or not disengage. I'll use
Dodge
dodge on the first one that hits.
okay. 15, 17.
Hits.
Okay, so the first one was a 3, and then the second one was a 22 for attack. So
22
as
hits. I'll
yep.
dodge that.
so you'll dodge that one. You'll take a total of 4 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save, you said?
Yes, sir.
7.
Okay. As you feel your body, as you feel this wound go across your up your shoulder, you feel your body pulse. You feel the familiar sense of poison enter through your body. Your vision begins to turn to darkness at this point, and you fall down to the ground, also unconscious. Whoop. All right. This brings us to Emural.
I am going to cast Daylight centered on this kid right here. 60-foot radius bright light, another 60 feet of dim light. So every single drow in this area has disadvantage on attack. Because it's daylight.
All right, sounds good. So
And yeah, centered on that kid. So every
yeah, it's pretty much the entire area.
the whole map. So that's my action, and as my bonus action, I'm going to take my movement and go to here, and I'm going to cast Healing Word at Karma as a bonus action. Hello?
I'm listening. I'm just looking up something real quickly. Okay. So, as you cast that, there's a bright light that instantly most of you have to turn your eyes, like shield your eyes, because the light is so bright at this point. The light is so bright. Those of you behind tents, you're able to shield it enough with the tents, but it's still very bright. Like this entire cavern just gets illuminated at this point in time. And you cast Healing Word, or you cast Healing Word.
Healing Word on Karma, which is
Yeah.
1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier.
All right, go for it. Healing Word does anything with the poison.
That is 7 points of... And that's all it does.
Okay, so Karma, you heal 7 points, but you're still unconscious.
Okay.
Jesus.
This brings us to Salix.
Sound check.
He's muted right now.
No, I think Discord just had a hiccup because it went quiet and then everything sped up really quickly.
Yeah, I've been having.
Hello.
Hello. There we go.
Hey.
Yeah, I've been
Okay.
having some. Right.
But it gets wonky when you haven't talked for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no. I don't know what the f- to do. Alright. I can't really see him from.
You currently have a ton of daylight. There's currently just a very bright shining light from somewhere at this point in time. You're shielded from it at this moment because you're behind a tent, but that's where you're at right now.
Okay.
And you know Riven's down somewhere, and that's about all I got.
Can I make a quick, out of character question?
Yes.
Spell daylight. So bright light. Is it just like normal daylight out in there, or is it like?
It's considered 60 feet of bright light from where
It's considered literally like there's an orb. There's like a giant orb of light, there's just a giant orb of light that just appeared above this child's head. It's basically blazing out with the light of a sun at this point.
Oh.
Like it's pretty much blinding anything that's within that 60-foot radius if it is not currently blocked by something. You guys are currently blocked by the tents right now, but if you moved out into that area, your accuracy is going to go way down.
Okay. I was just curious because I've never dealt with
Right.
that
So,
particular spell. Please.
Salix, that's what you're doing.
Alright, so I can't really see where Karma or Riven is. I just know that they're out there in trouble somewhere, and I'm saying.
You know Karma's fighting something. You know Riven's down from what Tyrion told you, and that's about all you know at this point.
Okay, so I'm gonna step. I gotta switch. Step over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna say to Tyrion, Clarissa, Emerald, and Brea, who are all in earshot, and saying, "Are we running?" And then I'm gonna cast Bless on myself, Clarissa, and Tyrion.
All right.
Sweet. Wait, do I get double bless then?
No, it's just single plus at this point.
Okay.
Well,
Fair
are you-
enough. I mean, you wouldn't know that I used it on myself. But
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't know. So I guess,
Guys,
everyone,
I'm like so fucking holy right now. It's
So, Clarissa, you get 1d4 to attack rolls and saving throws for 1 minute.
Yep. All right. Salix, anything else? Was that
I
it?
assume that D4 doesn't do the saving throw.
No.
No. Well,
To the best-
because Karma's knocked out, so
It's a 1d4 to saving throws. I think it's to attack. It's whatever the spell says, to attack and to
and
I'm
to
not-
save
ability checks.
I'm not doing death saving throws. I'm just unconscious right now from the poison.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, from the poison. Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. Like I said, audio issues.
Yep.
I don't have the.
Yeah, he's got drow poison in him at this point in time.
When I can't hear, can deal.
Here's the DM. Fantastic. Great. Okay. Salix, what are you doing? I'll take that as a yes.
That's
Clarissa.
my turn.
Alright.
How many actions left?
Cool. Clarissa, over to you.
Clarissa.
I saw a voice for a second.
Do we want to consider going back to Skype because we don't have music anyway? I know that would take time and we're in the middle of something, but we seem to be having audio issues, pretty much all around.
Now Clarissa's muted. Now he's unmuted.
Did anyone hear that?
Yeah, I did. I'm just...
Okay. Thoughts?
I don't care. Let's just pick one.
I'm trying to pull up Skype real quick to get that started.
New message in D&D.
And the call's failing across the board at this point.
Well, probably because we're
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm here.
Hello? Alright. Riven, Karma, Swagga.
You just disconnected from Discord?
I've got Dan, I've got a mural, and I've got everyone else. I don't have everyone else.
Hello.
Hello?
God damn it.
Matt just came online on Skype, so hopefully he is able to... I just lost Dan again. Boy.
Alright, Tyrion
Alright,
here.
there's Tyrion.
Can you guys
Matt?
hear me?
Yeah, I got you. There we go.
There's Matt.
Much better. I can actually hear everybody now.
Yeah, I think
Skype's the way to go. This has been not the session I would have picked for massive audio failures from the
Yeah,
Dungeon Master.
I was hoping...
Just
I was,
saying.
no, I was hoping for it to not be that either. That was bad, so...
Yeah, Discord worked out pretty well last week. I don't know what
I don't know
happened.
why it's having so much issues today, so... Okay, do we have everybody here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... We're missing Salix.
He said his Skype.
Skype
Skype
is
is a
slow
little
on
long.
fucking
She's
update.
got to update it.
Yeah, I know. I hate to break up the whole immersion thing, but
No,
I
it's
certainly
it's
didn't
fine
have
if it's having
any
this.
immersion.
Unplayable.
No, if it's
I-
having this many issues, it's bad. No, it's bad.
So,
Okay, so Clarissa, it's your
okay.
turn.
While we're waiting for Salix, let's talk about how big a dumbass Riven is. You know, some friendly conversation.
Yeah, you know, I could bitch about the CR of this encounter, which is really high by my stick count, but
You weren't supposed
it is
to.
kind of our fault.
Oh my god!
You weren't supposed to be in this fight anyway.
This
Yeah,
was not.
that's-
Supp-
I'm not worried about the CR of, oh, there's a small army. I'm going to run through them.
That's what I'm
mean,
saying. They can't
I
really
got-
fight it.
I got sneak attack with the auto crit on one of the guards. Did 35 damage and he's just fucking fine. Then I did 2 turns of damage on that same guard and he's still up. Like,
Just constructive criticism.
no,
Characters
this is
whose
not
thing
a
is
fight
stealth.
this is not a fight that we're supposed to be in right now. Like this,
Right.
It's not,
This
not Nature's fault.
this involves more than fights we shouldn't be in. It's like also children maybe we shouldn't attack, and then later kidnap, and then attack again, and then try to attack again, but actually attack a party member. I just feel like we have to have a meeting about the meaning of the word stealth.
Clarissa, it is your turn, by the way. If you want to do something.
Alright, so Clarissa is gonna get what's probably a terrible idea, but the situation can't exactly get much worse.
I was just gonna say
So
those may be our best options.
She's gonna yell for Tyrion to get out of the way, and then chuck a fireball, like aiming over the tents, with the intent to throw it as far out as possible over the lake, and then have it detonate like as low to the water as she can get, like to try to create the disturbance.
Can
Oh
it be
man!
safe to say that I have some experience noticing when Clarissa's about to throw a fireball? in my
Yeah,
direction
no,
and
you-
immediately hit the dirt. This is
No,
not my
you're-
first rodeo.
No, you're used to this. You, Clarissa, go ahead and make the attack. I'll say make it with disadvantage
Okay, that's
because
fine.
you're aiming over people's heads and over you're trying to hit like a big body of water that you know is in that direction. Like make it. I guess it's just be a straight attack. You know it's generally in that direction. You're trying to make it over children's heads, and you're also trying to make it over tents after that. So
And I'm gonna burn my bend luck to make it with advantage
go for it.
because, yeah,
Yeah,
we're,
go for
we're
it.
screwed, so might as well. All right, so that would be okay. So 21.
All right, Salix is having
Alright.
computer issues.
Yes, he is. Good lord. We have like 3 or 4 really good sessions, and then just everything just goes to shit in a handbag. Anyways, so you conjure a small bead of red energy in your hand. You chuck it over. You chuck it over the kid's head. It goes.
Hey, looks
goes-
online now.
Yeah, I saw. It goes over the over the tent, and it then directly over the water. directly over the water, spreading out in many directions. We also lost a mural, by the way.
God damn it!
Directly over the water, sending ripples and waves from. You think it like detonate over the water? You're not necessarily how close it did, but it detonated over the water for sure. I gotta roll and see how things happened.
Okay.
Well,
And then with my move, hey, Salix, can you hear us?
yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so Clarissa chucked a fireball over Children's head, over the freaking tent, and had it detonate over the water at this point.
Cool.
So
And then
that's what just happened.
Tyrion suggests that we regroup, and Salix asks if we're going to run away. Clarissa is going to say, yeah, running away seems like a good idea, and then use all my movement to try to get the hell out of here.
Using no much like you start running off in the direction you just came from.
Whoop.
This brings us to Brea's turn. At which point Brea is going to hear you say that. And she is going to... I'm sorry, I was not ready for the Brea thing. She is going to cast Expeditious Retreat on herself.
Good thing I have another character rolled up.
She ends up turning around and as she turns around, she yells over her shoulder, "See you back where this all started," and runs after you, Clarissa. Gets about here, scoops you up, and you both end up taking off another 30 feet in this direction.
Wow.
As you feel like the wind, you just get picked up immediately by Brea, and you just feel just a big force of wind just right past you. This brings us to Karma. You're currently unconscious.
Can I make a save or anything?
Not from what I remember, if I recall correctly, in poisons, there is no. You can try and make another Constitution save if you would like. Yes, I'll give you that.
Jeez, come on, die, please, please. 11. Jesus.
11. You're still unconscious. All right. This brings us to Tyrion, actually.
Okay.
Really? Yep. Because reasons.
Salix, we're getting out of here.
Tyrion, at this point,
Yes.
Oh, as you're saying this to Salix, at this point, you turn around. What did that say?
He's going to the bathroom.
Oh, no, it says we can't hear you. Oh, it's to a mural, I guess. As you're saying this, you're looking directly ahead at all of the. You're keeping your eyes on like the different routes. You begin to see children, multiple children of different varying races and ages, beginning to start to who are all beginning to walk in your direction. Through all the tents. I'm not going to move them all because there's a lot of children to move, but they're beginning to move towards you. Not super fast, but they're walking at a fairly steady pace, not seeming to slow or break. They are beginning to walk in your direction at this point.
Stop it. I don't know how to get rid of those things, but they're there. Okay, so like this group of children, is that what you're
There's
trying to
just from what you can tell, all of the children that are currently within your view have all turned, like their heads all kind of simultaneously turned to look at you, and they begin walking in your direction.
Oh man. Okay. Alright. Oh god, I hate to do this, but sorry kids. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna sheathe my sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to cast Moonbeam.
Alright.
Oh. And what is that? 5 foot
Moonbeam.
40 foot high. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put it as best I can in between Salix, myself,
And the kids.
and this large group of kids. So with a 10-foot radius, that would probably be, what, like here?
Draw shape.
Right? Like, it's just 2 squares, so it's 10 feet. So,
Yep.
3 square, yeah. So
So,
actually, you know what?
you're looking-
Let's just say I put it right here.
Where are you putting it? Right there? So,
Right
alright,
here. So it's like... We got the tents, we got the moonbeam, and I know that...
Get about that. It's about that, is what you get.
Yeah, pretty much. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. It would go up a little here too. It's because it's a
Yeah,
circle.
but
I
I'll
guess
say
yes, that is exactly.
I'll say with you trying to like focus on the energy. The concentration will wear off on your other thing, and if you want to concentrate on this.
Oh yeah,
you go
no,
into bless.
dude, fuck a bless, man.
Yeah.
Karma's down. Sorry,
If
brother.
you're concentrating on like
this is a
like
new
shrink-
concentration spell.
if you're concentrating on keeping the moonbeam like at a specific thing, so you're not hurting the kids or like hurting yourself or Salix, this will consider as a concentration.
No, I want to hurt. If there's something in there, I want it to get hurt. I want them to think twice about going into that moonbeam.
Okay. So you're concentrating on the moonbeam.
I'm not thrilled that I've been brought
Okay.
to this, by the way, but shit
Okay.
happens.
So that's where you're at.
Hey, Amiro, we can hear you now, but
I can hear you now.
Yeah, someone's breathing really, really heavily.
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry.
So, and then I am going to, like I said, I'm telling Salix, get the fuck out of here.
So as
and I'm going to
as
join
you
my comrades.
as you say that,
I've missed
you
what happened for the last 3 minutes. So
Clarissa chucked a fireball over kids, over tents. It landed above the water and exploded. Then it led us to the top of the round. Actually, no, it didn't. Brea then was like, "All right, I guess we're running." Tapped herself and picked Clarissa and dashed the fuck away. And then when Karma did a Constitution saving throw, he's still unconscious, and brings us to Tyrion, who just popped a moonbeam right in between himself and the children.
Okay.
And Salix.
Yeah,
Right,
and
so-
now I'm peacing out. So 35 feet is right there.
Yep.
Keep it in mind, I can keep this up for a minute and for 120 feet. Or actually,
Yep.
I think it just stays up for a minute as long as I'm concentrating. How does range work in that situation?
For
The range
dash
is just
or
the
for
initial.
or
No,
it's
I'm
just-
talking about the spell. Is that the
Oh.
initial casting distance, or like if I get more than 120 feet away?
It's the
before
initial
spell's
it's the
over?
it's the initial casting distance, and it's however
Then
long
it's
you want to then
concentration
concentrate
spell
on
of
it.
a minute. Move on. My turn is over.
Cool.
Thank you.
Top of
for
the
my
round.
question- For
All right, so just so I am aware of what's happening there. And nope, that's not what I want to do. And okay, so that happens. This brings us to the guards. This one is going to tie Karma up. This one is going to then begin moving in this direction towards you. This one is going to begin moving this direction as well and get about there. This one is so blinded by the bright light that he is like, what the hell's happening? This one as well, this one as well. This one at least has enough common sense to turn around and begin moving this way. This one,
he's still in it.
I know, he's just moving. He's moving that way.
He's like stumbling.
They're all stumbling through the kids, but they're doing the thing. All right, and then this one is going to tie Riven up. This one is going to move this way. This one is going to move this way. All right, and then Amiral, you're getting 2 attacks, 2 melee attacks, and then you're also getting a short bow attack as well from the other one.
Great.
So- It's all right. Rolled a natural 2 and an 8. So
Let's both miss.
the 2 obviously will miss. The 8 is a what's your DC or your AC?
My AC is 18.
Oh, then yeah, fuck that, I'll fucking miss. Okay, so as the actually they're both with disadvantage. So yeah, fucking miss. So as you see the drow, like you're able to like see where their shadows are moving a lot more. As you see the drow moving forward, he ends up like kind of stumbling and slashing at you twice, completely missing. The other one's going to use a crossbow bolt, and they're going to fire that at you. Rolls a 3 and a 7, so hell no. And as you see the other drow moving in your direction, raises a crossbow, fires, but it goes flying off wildly. completely in the wrong direction. This brings us to the top of the round with Mr.
Which would be.
That now brings us. So this also now brings us to Riven. Go ahead and make another death saving throw, please. Mr. Riven.
Hello, sir. Nick.
Hello.
There he
There you
is.
go.
Hey, 16.
16. That is a success. All right. All right. So this brings us to Mural. You're up.
Okay, I need to plan this out.
What are you doing quickly? Otherwise, turn's gone.
I am going to move here. I'm going to cast Wind Wall around myself and Karma, and then I'm going to start dragging him off into try to get him awake and get out of there as quickly as possible.
All right. So as you move, they do get an act. This guy will get an attack of opportunity against you.
Just the one.
Yep.
And I'm throwing a draw free hand.
Rolls an 18 on the attack with disadvantage, so that will hit, and that's a total of 7 points of slashing damage. I need for you to make a Constitution save.
Constitution save.
19.
19.
Okay. You feel the blood pulse in your body, and you feel the blood pulse in your body, but you're able to shrug off the effects just enough at that point.
Yeah,
All
and I
right.
cast Wind Wall in that area, and I'm going to try to shake Karma awake as my bonus action. Like, just try to get him that he's awake at least, so we can get the hell out of here.
All right, I'm double checking on something real quick here. Oh, it's just something that's an hour. Okay.
Yeah, it's just an hour on the daylight. I made sure
Okay.
of this, so.
Okay. So as you take a second, you cast Wind Wall. It goes up. It does go up. Unfortunately, you won't be able to shake Karma, or you won't be able to do anything to him at this point in time, because that would be another action in order to do that.
Okay.
All right. Brings us to Salix.
Alright, I'm gonna see that Emerald has run off to help Karma, so I'm gonna run down here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna
Okay.
turn and attack this guy with the guiding bolt.
Go for it.
Okay, guiding bolt. Spell attack bonus. 23
23 hit. On which one?
on the bottom left one of those two.
Okay.
4d6.
Go for it.
All sixes, 24 damage.
Oh shit! So as you're running down towards where Muriel is at, you feel wind begin to get sucked in towards where Muriel is at, and you have a good sense of what you think you know what she did. You glance over, you see a drow still currently shielding himself from the sunlight. You grasping judgment, take a second point judgment at the drow, reaching for the holy divine energy, and a bolt of divine light goes flying off in his direction, slamming directly into his chest, knocking him backward, leaving a nice burnt mark across his armor. That looked pretty painful. Doing anything else good, sir?
I'm out of actions.
All right. Clarissa and Brea, you guys are piecing the fuck out. You guys are like, at this point, Brea has pulled you all the way back. You're now about a quarter. You now are starting to be able to see the outside of the encampment at this point, Clarissa. So.
Yay.
Karma. Constitution save if you would like it, sir.
10.
Still unconscious. Tyrion.
Okay. I just got back.
Take it you're just running at this point.
Yeah, okay. Salix, you went over there?
Yep, Salix went that way.
Alright, and that is this, which means I cannot reach you. Wait. Sorry, I forgot this. God damn it. Alright. 70 feet. Okay, I'm gonna... Boom. Move here.
Mm-hmm.
If I yell, will Salix hear me?
You can always try.
Fantastic. Well, I'm gonna yell loud enough that over
Okay.
the battle and 60 feet away, he can hopefully hear me. Salix, get them and get out of there quick. And I'm going to cast Shield of Faith.
Mm-hmm.
On Salix, so you get +2 AC. Oh, never mind, that's a concentration spell. Cool. I'm just gonna do the yelling thing. And let's pretend I realized that before I moved, because I'm
Yeah,
an idiot.
no, yeah,
so I did
no.
the yelling
So-
thing, and then I'm gonna continue running with Clarissa and Brea, and that is my
All
turn.
right. All right. So as you're running, you see Clarissa and Brea slowly actually gaining ground on you, and for an elf, that's kind of fairly impressive.
Wait, aren't they ahead of me?
They're way ahead of you at this point.
Oh,
Like,
okay, yeah, I'm gonna run.
Like you're
towards
you're actually losing ground on them. They're gone. But I mean you're still running. You're still dashing. You're still taking your full movement to dash. But you are able to like get that off and say, Salix, say what that's a Salix. Salix, go ahead and make a perception check real quick.
Uh, 16.
Okay, so over the noise of the battle, you hear Tyrion yell, "Get them and get out!" And granted that was pretty much your plan already. It is nice to have the reinforcement there of what you're doing. Brings us to the top of the round.
I'm just trying to be supportive.
Oh no, it's
One
nice to have
holy
it.
warrior to another.
It's nice to have it. All right, so this brings us to the Lady of Shadows. Her turn has been taken, and she is going to finish up with that. That goes bye-bye.
Yeah. I would just like to say that she's a real bitch.
That kind of goes without saying at this point.
This one is
I
going.
said it anyway.
This one knows where that happens. Is going to move 5, 10, 15, and get down here, and then move another. Going to get there. This one is going to get down 5, 10, 15, 20. Here.
Nope.
Meow. There we go. Okay. So Salix, you're getting 2 attacks. Actually, you're going to get a total of 4 attacks on you at this point. Unfortunately, they're all with disadvantage. Luckily, they are all with disadvantage, so that's a 19 and a 7, so 14.
Oh my God.
14 for the first one, Salix?
Nope.
All right. 17. No. Yeah, 17, so nope. That's a 2. And an 11 for the third one, so nope. Nope. So, Salix, as these two drow move up to you, they're still light, like they're still trying to shield their eyes from the light. It's help, like the tents are helping a little bit, but they end up taking 4 slashes at you with 2 different short swords. Foom, foom, just completely whiffing on all of them. You're able to dodge out of the way using your shield as like kind of like a nice little visor, but knowing where they're coming from. Boom, boom, boom. Able to dodge completely out of all 4 strikes. This brings us to Riven. Make another death saving throw, good sir. Riven.
That's a fail.
Okay. What'd you roll?
Eight.
Okay. Alright.
Next one.
Alright, so this brings us to Emerald and the children at this point. Emerald, make a perception check, and Salix, you can make one as well.
21.
Okay. Amira, looking through your wind wall, you begin to see small forms that might come up to about your midriff, moving on the opposite side of the wind wall, moving in your direction. Just you can't tell how many, you can't tell who they are, what they are, but they are moving in your direction. You get a sense that the children might be moving towards you at this point.
Shit. I'm gonna pick Karma up, go bear form, and book the shit out of there.
Okay, make a strength check real quick, just to see about picking them up.
Oh god, I hope that's gonna work. 13.
Okay. As you reach down and scoop Karma up, he's a little heavier than you're expecting. You manage to somehow get him on your shoulder. You're using all your strength to hold him up there. You take what little remains of your concentration and shift into your bear form, and you end up shifting into a Karma slumped haphazardly across your back. But you think it'll do. You begin bounding away with Karma at this point from the battle, just trying to move as far and as quick as way you can.
And at that point, I'm trying to see if I can get Salix as well. Like try to get by Salix so you can get at least a running jump on me. That'll be a perception check on Salix's point.
I have to make a perception check?
Yeah, to see if you notice, with disadvantage, because at this point you're currently getting like attacked by Drow. Yeah.
Don't fail me. Please don't fail me. Oh, it's not bad. 15.
Okay. So, as you're getting attacked by these two drows, you see something move out of the corner of your eye. Glancing over, you see this gigantic bear just running at you. It ends up falling pretty much directly in line with you. If you want to try and jump on it, you can.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Go for it. Make a dexterity check. Actually, this will be an athletics check.
Love it.
This will be
Animal handling.
This will be athletics on this point. Athletics.
Okay. Natural 20.
Sure enough, seeing the bear racing at you, you're not sure really where this thing came from. You think it might be a mural. You're not 100% sure. You seeing the bear and seeing it as a very nice and quick expeditious retreat, managed to having one of the drow on your shield shove him away just as the bear comes sliding right past you. And from the drow's perspective, it's literally just he sees this. He just looks. He makes eye contact with you. The bear goes right in front of you, and you're just gone your form to him is just gone. He's just like, huh? What? You're just on the back of the bear, just boom, 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 away at this point.
Holy
that was pretty hype there.
Is that
right.
my turn?
That was
your reaction.
That would be your reaction. So this is now your turn at this point. You're on the back of the bear. Karma's kind of haphazardly starting to fall off at this point.
I want to adjust Karma in front of me.
Okay.
See that he's passed out and slap his cheeks around.
Yep.
And oh wait, I've seen him knocked out like this before.
Yep.
Earlier today. So I'm gonna cast Protection from Poison on him.
Yep. All right. So you do as such, Karma. You feel your blood. You feel your blood pulse. Your eyes snap open. You go to grasp your daggers. You go to grasp for your daggers as you feel kaboom, kaboom.
Hey, we're not trying to Shadow just said for a while.
Oh,
You're cutting out.
Am I?
Yep.
Damn it. Okay.
All I heard was protection from poison. That was it.
God damn it. Okay, so Salix casts protection from poison on Karma after seeing him and being like, "Oh, I've seen this before." He casts protection on poison. Karma, you feel your blood pulse. Your eyes snap open. Your hands go instinctually for your daggers. You find yourself bouncing up and down. Boom, 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 boom.
I yell, "Hold on!"
As you glance down, fairly confused as the fact that there is now a giant bear that you are currently being spirited away on at this point.
I'd like to grab on if I can.
All right, go for it. That'll be your reaction. So you grab onto the bear as much as you can. Hurts a little bit having them pull your fur, hold onto your fur, but it's worth it. I'm talking regularly, so. fuck off.
Still can't hear you.
Hear that?
Barely.
Bitch.
What the fuck's going on?
Now nothing.
Yeah, because I'm not talking.
There you go.
And he's back with the sass.
All right. So Brea, Karma, Tyrion, Emerald, Clarissa, and Salix, you are all out of the camp at this point. Racing back toward. Where are you guys going? Where are you guys headed to?
Where are we going?
That's an excellent question. I don't know who's in front.
It's Clarissa and Brea. It's Clarissa and Brea. So Clarissa, as Brea has you in her
Alright, little
arms,
gnome.
she looks down to you and says, "Where are we headed to? Are we headed back to the cave? Or are we headed back to the entrance? Where are we going to? Where?"
Head back to the entrance. I think that's a more defensible position in case they follow us.
At which point her feet veer off and begin moving in the direction of the entrance that you were at. Boom! You and Brea both make it there just as her spell wears off, and she returns back to running human speed as you crest that main mouth of the entrance. Next up would be Tyrion. Tyrion, you eventually as well catch up. I'm
just gonna follow them. Yeah.
You have visual contact with them. You're able to run and continue just following them back to where they're headed to. And Mural, you at this point where are you headed to, not knowing that they are headed back towards the entrance?
I would need Karma to steer me in where I'm going because I don't know exactly which way I'm running.
All right. So Karma, you've got control of the...
unless there's enough light that I can see.
Not as much, no. You would just be now getting to about the edge of the camp. The dim light has faded. Karma, you have control of a bear.
I cast light on my shield.
Okay. Boom!
Okay,
Light
so
draws.
that helps.
Light pulls out. Light pulls out from the shield. You are now bounding forward. You see foot tracks in the sand at this point. Some very long, some just very very quick. Foot tracks are in the soft core sand ground at this point.
Take a quick sniff, see if I recognize the smell, and I'm gonna continue going. Roll a perception check on that.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
17.
Yeah, sniffing around, you catch hints of Tyrion, you catch hints of Brea and Clarissa from the path that you're following. Using more your nose and your sense and your animal senses, you end up following after those smells. You about 2 minutes after Tyrion, you've crested that main cave. A giant bear comes falling.
Yeah, I'm losing them too.
Yeah.
Fuck me,
Maybe we should restart the Skype call.
I'm legitimately just talking into the microphone,
Sums up with internet, internet in general.
My internet's been horrid today, and I don't know what's going on with it.
Who do you have?
Cincinnati Bell, and it's we have a gigabyte of upload speed. We have a great thing of download speed, so I don't know why the fuck we're getting screwed over here. It's been happening with
Comcast has been having issues all day.
It's been happening with Twitch as well. I could barely stream today. It was bad. Anyways,
My phone had no internet service from 10 till 3 o'clock this afternoon.
interesting. Anyways, so at this point, Clarissa and Tyrion, after you've crested the main cave at this point, or the main entrance to the cave at this point, a giant bear just comes bounding about 2 minutes after you. Boom, 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 back towards the main entrance at this back to the main original entrance that you guys walked into, is where is what ends up happening. Ryven, go ahead and make
The one that matters is either kills me or saves me.
Actually,
He's gonna take a swing against me and I die.
nope. Actually, something else happens. Okay.
Oh shit.
Something else actually happens at that point. So,
And I die.
Karma, Tyrion, Clarissa, Emerald, and Brea are all currently standing at the front, at the main opening. Are you guys continuing back up that, or what else are you doing after that point?
Doris is gonna say, let's go about halfway up this tunnel and stop. It'd be a good place to set up an ambush in case we're followed, and we can regroup and figure out what the hell just happened.
All right, you all begin heading back up the tunnel as far as you can. You make your way back up. As you make your way back up in about halfway up this, about an hour back up this tunnel at this point. That is where you guys are currently at. You're about an hour back up that tunnel. No idea what happened to Riven. No idea where he's at. Seeing him go down in the midst of battle. Brea currently just looks at all of you and says, "What the hell just happened there?"
What happened to scouting the area first?
My question exactly.
Riven's probably dead. What happened? Looking at Tyrion and Karma.
I'm still pretty much out of it, so I can't really talk.
Elfie, that wasn't much of a scouting mission.
Tyrion? Tyrion's not on this call.
He's not even in the Skype call at this point.
Well, I guess with protection from poison, I would technically be good to go.
Yeah,
now.
you're back, Karma.
Yeah. So when we got up close, we saw that they were starting to transport the children or whatever, and Riven decided to run out in front of all of the people there. And we had no choice but to try and engage. Yeah, he ran in between all the kids and tried to attack the woman. I don't know who the one. I think the woman might have been Lady of Shadows. I don't know.
Of course it's her. Of course it's her. And he runs into the group and lets her get away.
Was
He's
it
probably
just
dead now.
Was it just me, or were the children not?
Hello.
Yes, they were.
So this is what you missed, right? You guys ran back at about an hour back up the tunnel that you originally entered in. Brea just turned around and said, "What the hell happened?" And we're in the midst of discussing that.
So the children were definitely being brainwashed, Salix. They definitely were coming after us as well.
Well, that much should have been obvious.
Why did we think that bringing Riven here would be a good idea? None of us trust him. Ugh.
Alright, well, let's not speak ill of the possibly dead. We need to go focus on solving our problems from here.
Let's.
I shimmy.
I thought
whoever's
humans
on my
were
back
supposed
off.
to be optimists.
Oh, I am being an optimist.
At which point, Karma and Salix feel the bear just shake violently. You lose your footing. You end up getting off the bear, and Mural is still in bear form, but probably getting close to.
I'm gonna go back to normal form.
As Mural shapeshifts back into normal elven form.
Is anyone hurt?
No.
Slightly.
Are we
but
safe? How sure are we that we're not being pursued?
We should probably keep going.
Alright, let's keep going. Let's try and find somewhere that we can possibly hide and recover, because this is not a tactically advantageous situation.
we need to get the guard down here.
We
need
may
to
not
get the
have
guard
that
down
option.
here.
We don't have a way to the top.
Yeah, there's no way out of here, Emerald.
We need to find a way to get out of here.
Excellent idea. I think
Agreed.
And I point towards the way we just ran from.
Yeah, but is there any chance we could clear that stone that collapsed behind us, do you think?
That was a long tunnel. That would take us days. We don't have the supplies to be down here for that long.
We have the supplies,
Absolutely not.
trust me. We have enough food to stay down here.
Yeah. Is it gonna take
can
them
make
days to backtrack and find us there? I think not. They're not just gonna forget that we're here. We need to find some place that we can secure for long enough to rest, and then we need to find a way to move forward quietly.
Those guards were tough. They weren't just your run-of-the-mill guards either. This is a premier fighting force we're facing down here, guys.
Yeah, we definitely can't face this alone. I chucked a fireball over the lake in the hopes that whatever it was down there would come out. I didn't see or hear anything before he raced down this tunnel, though, so I don't know what's even going to be back there if we were to return. And nevertheless, we, like Tyrion mentioned, we need to recover and regroup our strength. Karma is looking
I have nothing.
around the gills.
Should we go back to the Umberholt Cave?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's our best bet.
Yeah, that'll put some distance between us, and there's only this one narrow tunnel, so if they pursue us, we should be able to bottleneck them.
That's a good plan.
Let's go.
All right. You make your way back to the Umberholt Cave. It is there as you left it, burned marks and all. The spiders' bodies are no longer there.
I don't think they were there in the first place. Didn't they disintegrate?
Yeah, they did.
Burnt to ash.
They burnt to ash, as that was what happened. It is as you left it. Stream still running down, ever safely at this point. And I think it's there that we're going to end this evening.
Fuck.
God damn it, Riven.
Jesus, Ivan.
Ivan.
For those of you watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. We'll catch you. We will catch you next.
A little more badass than that.
We will catch you next week when we find out what the hell happened there. So,
Officially worse than Matrim.
God,
Oh, definitely worse than Matrim. Matrim
have a good
made it very
YouTube.
clear
Have a good
from
one.
the
Thanks for
start
watching,
that
you
he
guys.
was an
Catch you
idiot.
later.
Speaking